Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Laramie County Extension Office Gingerbread House Competition results. So this is the fun part. We accumulated a whole host of amazing gingerbread house pictures for our first virtual contest. And by the way, you are all welcome to show your video. So this should be a social event. And so go ahead and turn your video on so that we can all kind of interact together, and it makes it a little bit more fun that way. And if you have any questions or thoughts or comments as we're going through this, by all means, go ahead and unmute yourself and join in and ask questions as we go. So I'm going to share my screen, and so I'm going to kind of go blank here for a minute. All right, can everybody see the screen? Can everybody see the gingerbread house main screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, again, some just amazing entries, some very talented people from all age ranges. It was a lot of fun to do this, and my judge enjoyed doing it. And I'll give you a little information about my judge. He's an executive chef. He at one time had a partner back east who did very elaborate gingerbread houses, and they would recreate a historic home in gingerbread. And so talk about painstaking detail type work. So he has some experience with gingerbread houses, both building them and decorating. And so he was my expert for this one. He is local. And I think he did a really good job considering the judging was all done virtual. So we will get on to the show here. We did it all in categories. So there was the Laramie County employees. Then there was an adult or adult team with children under the age of 18. So an adult or parent could partner with their kids and do one together, or it could be just an individual doing it. Then there was an adult or adult team over 18. So a couple of older kids going together doing this. And then there was the whole youth, and we did youth by age groups. So 5 through 7 was one category, then 8 through 10, 11 through 13, 14 through 17. So we had something in every category here, which just really made me very happy. And just, again, amazing work. So the first one we'll do is Laramie County employees. This is called Three Bears Tiny House. And so here's going to be probably my comment throughout the whole program, is that the better quality photo you can get us, the better we're able to do judging. And so sometimes it was a little challenging. But the judge recognized the Necco wafers, and he's like, oh, I love Necco wafers. So he was just really happy to see Necco wafers on the Three Bears tiny home, and like the detail, like the fun aspect of it, like the little pool with Nessie, the little monster in the water, the little thing that nips at your toes right when you go swimming. Then this is the Laramie County Assessor's office, and this was done by an individual, and she did an outhouse, or he did an outhouse. And the judge loved the tiling on the roof, just really liked that, like the little steps going up to the outhouse and the detail, and then the no TP and a little half moon there. He thought that was very cute. He liked the humor behind this one. He really appreciated that. Then the Laramie County deputies with some of the juveniles entered into the gingerbread house competition. So we got a picture of the deputies, but the juveniles, they won't allow pictures. So it's just going to be the adults, and that's okay. And this was team 1. And this is their ginger house. Again, the judge liked the attention to detail, and he liked the way the roof had been done. And then this is team 2. And this is the for Laramie County employees, this is the gingerbread house that the judge gave first place to. And again, he liked the detail, the attention to detail. He liked the way the roof had been done, the uniformity to it. And it was also had some fun to it. He liked that fun aspect of it. So again, this is our first place winner in that category. And at the end of the program, I'll have the winners circle so that we can just look at the winners, go through that. This is adult, individual, or team over 18. So we had quite a few in this category. So this was really quite nice. He liked the snow. He liked all this in the color. He was really appreciative of all the color. Little kisses along the side. Then this is really a fun little, it's not a gingerbread house. It's a dog biscuit house. And this lady makes dog biscuits, and so the whole structure is edible for a dog. I'm sure people could eat it. I'm sure a little kid would eat it, but a dog, it's all dog edible. So if the dog got a hold of it and ate it like my dogs would do, it would be okay. But just very cute. Really, he liked the sense of humor. He liked the uniqueness of the material. Just had fun with that. We called this one the shredded wheat roofed house. And so you can see there's shredded wheat here. Like the use of the candy canes going up to the door. So this is the front side of the house. And then this is the back side. And again, this kind of goes to the comment of the better quality picture you can send me, the happier the judge is. Okay, this is from a team from the Wyoming Independent Living. And I believe this is up in Casper. And conversation with the team captain, she said that they all worked on the house in shifts because of COVID. And now half their team is in quarantine, and that's why they don't have a picture of the house. So I'm so grateful that they sent a description of why there wasn't team members in there. So that helped out the judge a lot. And this is the Wyoming Independent Living House. And I got the little handicap placard there, little walkway. And then over here, they have the little handicap parking space and the designated walkway. The judge really liked this one, and this is first place in this category, the adult over 18 team or teams. He liked the uniformity of the roof. He liked how some of the details were done. I think he just really appreciated that, this was kind of out of the box thinking and approach to doing a gingerbread house. This was fun. This is a fun one. This is a little 2-story with an attic gingerbread house. So how fun. Popcorn, trees, a snowman, gumdrops, Thin Mints. Very cool. So some up close of the details here. And the amount of pictures everybody sent me, I put them in the PowerPoint program. So if you sent me 4, there's 4 in the program. And this is a up close detail of the 2nd story and attic of this 2-story gingerbread house. And I just love the little gumdrop stuck up in there. It's just so colorful. The judge really appreciated all the color and kind of whimsy with this one. And this one's pretty amazing. This is almost professional level type gingerbread house. And so we just really appreciated the detail that went into this and the work. Just really, really beautiful. And yes, Stacy, you're really nice job. Really nice job. My only comment for you, Stacy, is the judge didn't like Santa. Don't know why. Sorry. I thought this was just outstanding personally. So this is adult team with youth under the age of 18. And I only had one entry in this. And of course, one entry took first place. And so here this is. This is the Star Wars themed gingerbread house. And apparently they both look like they've just had a ton of fun putting this together. I don't know if the ice cream cone is the chimney or we were trying to second guess the Star Wars thing, and I've not watched enough Star Wars to tell you one way or the other, but I think this is one of the Star Wars characters down here, and then the lights but he just looks like he had a great time doing it with Dad. Okay, now on to the youth. And this is our young group. This is ages 5 through 7. Pretty in pink. This is her pink gingerbread house. And the judge would have liked to have seen some more piping and detail work done with the windows, and not just the roof, being something done with the roof and some frosting here and there. He would have liked to have seen a lot more detail put into it with piping. And this one, so you gotta look at this here, and you notice there's a cover or a top on it. And then the top comes off. You can kind of peek down inside of it. So it's like a little treasure box. So there it is with the cover on it. And we said, you know, in the rules, it has to be edible. We never really stated that it had to be gingerbread. And so this looks like it's a graham cracker house, gingerbread house, which is okay. But we thought that was really kind of clever where she turned it into a little treasure box. So our next one here is Miss Cody Miller. And the judge loved the color. He just really liked all the color, but his comment was he would have liked to have seen one side of the roof match the other side of the roof. And so we've got it all lined up here, and then it kind of looks like the attention span vaporized. So it just got plunked on. And again, the judge was looking for a little bit more piping detail along the side and the roof edging. He was very impressed with her use of materials and the textures and the color. He really thought the color was pretty cool. This is, and I'm hoping we've got this right, Hunter Ziegler, again, 5 through 7. And it's just very uniform. Everything is very symmetrical. Everything's done very, very well. And he also took first place in this category, age 5 through 7. So just a very nice, fun, a lot of, for the age group, a lot of nice detail to it, but not overly done. So moving on to our youth 8 through 10. This is Jake. Jake really looks like he had fun doing this. And the judge really appreciated the tiling he did on the roof, liked the log cabin look, liked the work, the piping on the sides, the use of the sugar cookies, and all the decoration that he did on this. And just really nice. Got some nice detail on top of the roof. Got a Got a very interesting snowman right there with a, I think that's like a giant gumball or gob stopper or something like that. So just kind of a fun use of candy, and everything's edible. Everything's clearly edible. And then Miss Lenhart here with her, again, kind of a pink theme. The judge's comment about this is he thought the gingerbread was a little thick. The gingerbread cookies were a little thick. He otherwise liked it. He would have liked to have seen some more detailing along the roof edge here. He did like the roof, the way she had addressed that. This is Avery's. Again, we're still in the 8 to 10 inch group. So she had a lot of fun with this. We kind of decided that this was Santa stuck in the chimney. So I don't know if that's his feet or his arms sticking up there, but anyway, it looks like Santa stuck in the chimney. And he would have liked to have seen a little bit more control over the piping work on this, a little more straight lines, but he otherwise liked the humor behind it and thought that was excellent. So she did really nice work with the tiling on the roof and her colors. So Judge was very appreciative, very colorful. And this is Gavin. Gavin took a little bit more minimalistic approach, but still managed to put in some nice detail. The judge really liked what he did, liked how he addressed the roof and the little icicles hanging off the windows. But the one thing you gotta look for is Gavin put a reindeer on the side of his house. And so there's a reindeer head right here. So you gotta look a little close to see it. And then the judge also liked the fact that the gingerbread people had a swimming pool and they could go swimming. So there's the gingerbread guy in the swimming pool. There's the deer head up there. And so the judge gave Gavin a first place on this. Really liked it. There's a better picture of the swimming pool. This is the radar team. And it looks like they had fun decorating this. It was probably an interesting evening for mom and dad and trying to keep things going straight. But as you can see, they took some artistic liberty in how they attached and did their coloring, but still very fun gingerbread house. That got a chuckle from the judge. He thought this was very cute. This is Luke Miller's, and the judge liked the texture on the roof, but I think he really wanted to see a little bit more detail and definition on it. But just some fun detail. The judge would have liked to have seen this edge cleaned up either with frosting or some decorations on there. I think that would have helped it out a lot. But just a nice use of color, very whimsical, very fun. Like the window dressings on it. The windows are dark. I guess no one's home. Okay, this is the youth 11 through 13. So young Mr. Seeley here with his graham cracker house and a little Lego guy there gonna chop down the tree, I guess. But again, Judge thought this was very fun and very creative use of edible material. Okay, still with 11 through 13, this is John. And John gave us kind of a, here's what it looks like finished, and here's what it looked like as I was working through it. So this is kind of the work in progress. And you see how he propped it up and how he was kind of gluing everything together with the frosting. And nice work on the roof. Nice colors. Judge was impressed with the talent here. And this is the Bruck Buckner Vasquez team. And the judge really liked what these two young ladies did. And so the judge gave them first place in this age category. He really appreciated the piping work and the use of different piping tips to get texture, and that they did quite a bit of detail on the front of the house and the side. And I really liked the way they did the roof. Nice, neat, uniform, well-spaced, well done piping on the roof. Again, he liked the different textures from the different piping tips, and yet it wasn't overdone. And so I think that's what the judge was looking for, was something that wasn't overdone, but just knowing when to stop. That's so hard. That's so hard. Okay, this is Macy, and Macy did a doghouse. And so it was a very cute dog in a very cute little doghouse, and a lot of detail here. It looks like she had fun with this. This is Miss Richtart, and she did Christmas at the farm. So the judge thought this was fun with the reindeer going up the side. There's Santa and the sleigh, and the reindeer are going up, and all the farm animals. So she looks like she's having fun doing this. Then this is Mr. Smith's, young Mr. Smith's, and he also did a barn. The judge said it looked unfinished and that he would have liked to have seen some detail on the front and maybe something a little more landscaping, but definitely some more detail on the front of the barn. And this was the back of the barn. That's the side of the barn. And so he would have liked to have seen a little bit more done on the front of the barn. This is the Broda team. And the judge got it immediately. The judge looked at it and goes, "Oh, a baseball stadium. I love it." And so if you look at this, here's the stands or the bleachers, and all the little dots represent people. And so the judge just picked it up immediately and goes, "Oh yeah, look at the stands are full of people, and there's the ball game down there, and there's the outfield." And so the judge just really liked this one. And of course there's the W out there. And yeah, there's a good picture of the W and the stands. So this was fun. And I didn't have any restrictions on it had to be a house or anything. It just had to be a structure. So it could have been anything you wanted, and the boys decided they do a baseball stadium. So very cool, very cool. This is Blake Miller. The judge again said it looked a little unfinished, and so part of it was right here. This part would have liked to have seen it go all the way down, and a little more attention to detail. But otherwise, again, just very nice. We were trying to decide exactly what the roof was made out of. And so we kind of came to the conclusion it might be like fruit strips, like the fruit leather strips, we think. Okay, youth 14 through 17. So I've got two in this category, and both of them just did an amazing job. Just amazing. It was very difficult. This was the toughest one, I think, for the judge to pick between. But both of these did some amazing work. The detail on this using the wafer cookies and the little mints, non-parallel little umbrellas, very cute. The gummy bear sitting on the bench. You know, even did a little piping on the side. There's a little pathway there, I think. Santa sleigh. They're just pretty amazing. I mean, they even put the hinges on the door, little door handle. So they thought about this. So this is my last one. And this is, the judge was pretty impressed with the piping and how controlled she had the piping, and that it was symmetrical from one side to the other, you know, so in other words, if you go like this, you know, both sides were identical. He liked how she did the roof and the color along the roof. The only thing he didn't like was the pine cones, and because they're not hittable, which, you know, I'm like, oh, who cares? So we didn't, we were a little more lenient, I think. But he really liked this, and so she got first place in the age category. So the last bit of the program is the winner's circle, so that we can look at who the judge picked. This was the Laramie County employees. This was the team 2 for deputies and the juveniles. Again, just really nice work. The icicles coming off. They did address the windows. There's some decoration on the facade of the house, the top. He liked the way the roof had been done, been decorated. This is the adult team over 18. Again, this was, I think this was the whole handicap accessible thing was very near and dear to him. This just has a huge cute factor to it. This was my only entry in this age group, but it had a cute he to it. He just is so happy with what he did. This is my age 5 through 7. This is Hummer. Just he looks very proud of what he did, and he should be. I think this is pretty nice work. There's Gavin, 8 through 10. The judge appreciated that there was just enough detail to it, and the simplicity and the humor. I think the humor aspect of it really was important to the judge too. This is my youth, age 11 through 13. Again, just nice piping work. Just really nice piping work up on this roof. They thought this through. You can tell they thought about what they were going to do and how they did it. They may have been doing it on the spur of the moment, but they were thinking about it. And of course, my age 14 through 17. And the judge liked the detail that went into this and the different roof lines. You know, this is a roof line, and then this roof line, and then the entry to the Gingerbread House, this roof line. So he was impressed by the amount of architectural work that had to go into this one. And again, the symmetry to the piping work. So this is my last slide, and I want to thank everybody who entered, and especially the 4-H leader who donated her house for the majority of the youth entries, and that had to be just a sticky mess at the end. But hopefully in 2021, we'll be able to do this in person and have a lot of fun doing it. So any question, you can unmute yourself by all means, and questions are welcome. Yeah, what a great use for leftover Halloween candy. Yeah, and just beautiful work. This is, I put this one back here because I think this is my favorite, and just beautifully done, just absolutely beautiful. This was an adult, and I'm gonna say this is Stacy's. So hang with me.
Yeah.
As we go quickly back through.
It was Stacy's.
Yep. But this was fun for me to do too, and I've gotten a couple of emails back from people going, yeah, this helps. This is kind of what we needed, a little diversion. Just amazing the talent that's out there with these kids, and their imagination is so appreciated. So are their smiles. That really helps. So Stacy, this is just gorgeous. This is my favorite. So if there could be a People's Choice Award, this is probably the one that I'd be going for.
I agree.
But I love the piping work, and then the holly in there, and then the little crunchy sugar beads. It's very pretty. You should be very proud of it. So hopefully we'll see some of these show up at the Laramie County Fair if they survive that long. They don't get beat up or eaten or whatever. So any thoughts, comments? Again, you can go ahead and unmute yourself if you want. And, you know, I'd love to hear what people have to say about it. I think Santa's pretty cute. Is there any in here that anyone else would like to see? Or again, this has been recorded, and so I hand this off to Joan, and Joan does a little editing on it to make it a little smoother. Then it will be posted on our website, our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to go back through this again. This is very nice, pretty in pink. Little treasure box. We weren't quite sure what happened here. We kind of thought that maybe the attention span waned a little bit here. So any other questions, thoughts, comments? If not, I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to wish everybody a good night and have a great week. Good night, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Yep, happy holidays.